New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring.
Welcome. I apologize for the late start. We had a little technical snafu, but I am delighted to have you here today to hear Reverend Paul Hoyt from the Center for Conscious Living. He's going to be talking about a different topic today. He's getting ready to expand, I guess, his interfaith work by attending the Parliament of World Religions, which I am also going to be attending, and we will be doing a live interview from there too, but not with Reverend Paul. So please help me welcome Reverend Paul Hoyt, and let's find out what's going on.
Hi, Reverend Sharri. How are you?
You made it.
So am I. So am I.
So I know that one of the most important aspects of New Thought, to my mind, is its interfaith nature. It's inclusivity, and so I'm curious to know what you're thinking about what's going to be happening at the Parliament for World Religions and what we'll be doing.
That's a good question. I'm going into it with a completely open mind. Our Associate Minister, Marlene Volper, has been twice, I think, maybe 3 times. And every time she comes back, she goes, "It was amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing." And I thought, I got to do that. I just got to do that. So I took this opportunity. And what's especially exciting about this particular parliament, not the one before, but the one before that, we had no New Thought representatives, nothing. The last time it was very, very small. And this year we have the second largest contingent of representatives.
Well, so I think part of that is because 2 times back, New Thought was not recognized as a world religion. And the last time they actually officially recognized New Thought as a world religion. And now we have such a big contingent that each denomination, each faith path has its own little table and we have a whole room.
Yes.
With a table for each different organization from New Thought. I'm so excited about it. I can hardly see straight. I'm volunteering every single day.
Yep. You and me both. The thing, Sharri, you said it perfectly, and that's the thing I love about New Thought is it's inclusive. It's not exclusive. And we're ready to open to whomever, whatever, from that space of love, from that space of the divine. And that's what's so exciting about this, because I'm excited to go to the Parliament with that perspective, to say, hey, what's going on for you? What do you believe? What's there for you? Because Holmes always, he talks about the thread, the golden thread that goes all through all religions, that we're more alike than we are different. And when we concentrate,
that's the motto of the Arkansas Interfaith Organization. We're more alike than we are different.
Yeah.
And the thing I love about New Thought is that, and I don't know how to say this without sounding judgmental, so I'll just preface it with I say it from a place of love.
Yeah.
It's not that we tolerate other religions. It's not even that we respect other religions. It's that we honor and appreciate and recognize the places where we are, in fact, more alike than we're different.
Yeah. We also recognize that their congregation that's their path to the divine. Whether we agree with it, whether we follow it or whatever, but it's their path. And we're not going to sit here and judge it as the right or wrong or whatever. It's their path, and they are, have at it. Love you, any way I can support you, let me know.
When I was an undergrad, I took a religious philosophy class as an elective. It was interesting to me, and it was taught by a Jewish rabbi. Okay. And I don't remember the question that he asked, but I remember my answer, because it's the thing that brought me to New Thought. And that was that I believe that there is no such thing as the right path for everyone. But there is no one for whom there is not a right path.
Correct.
And it's like when you shine, the most common metaphor for God across the globe is white light. Every single tradition uses that metaphor.
White light of God. Yep.
And if you shine white light through a prism, what comes out the other side of the prism is every single color there is, even the ones we can't see, because that prism does is break it down into individual wavelengths. Right. And I think that's the perfect metaphor for spiritual seekers, because every single one of those wavelengths is, if you remove the tiniest one, not only would all of the other colors disappear, but so would the white light.
Yeah.
Each one is not only necessary, but sufficient, but necessary.
Absolutely. It's vital.
And it's necessary. And so we have to appreciate it. We have to see the divine in it, because that's what it is. It is an element of the divine, which is what Ernest Holmes taught in The Golden Thread.
Absolutely. And it's what we do. It's what we speak about. We are, our idea, our philosophy is seeing the divine in everything. So you can't say, oh, well, I see it over here in this, but I don't see it over here in this.
Right. Well, my favorite answer for that one is that, and I have actually started some major challenges with this sentence, but God was present as love in Hitler to exactly the same degree that God is
had to be
love in me.
Had to be, because there is no spot that God is not.
But there is free will.
Yes.
And the answer to why does God let blah blah happen is that God doesn't let anything happen. God happens and we do stuff with it.
Yep.
Oh, I am so excited to be going and seeing, and it tickles me so much that Anton, where we are both affiliated, the affiliated New Thought Network, has one of the biggest contingents of the New Thought contingent. I mean, I think 2/3 of the membership is going.
I know. And that says something about Anton. It says that we are behind it, that we support it, that we love it. We want to talk to people about it. We want people to join. We wanted to let people know what we offer. So, yeah, I mean, we're both going there and volunteering.
Yep.
It's like they
several emails from other Anton people saying, put me on the list of volunteers. I don't know why they're telling me instead of Dr. Steve, but I'll just give him the list when I get there.
There you go.
But I don't know anyone from Anton who's going who is not also volunteering.
Exactly.
I don't know anyone from New Thought who's going who is not also volunteering.
Yeah. It's what we do.
It's what we do. And I think it's part of living what we preach.
That is it.
It's a way of life. It's not a Sunday morning, Wednesday evening thing. Well, it is a Sunday morning, Wednesday evening thing, but it's also a Sunday afternoon, Tuesday morning, it's just who we are.
Yes.
So
because it works.
It's the most thing you're looking for.
Say that again.
What's the most exciting thing you're looking for when you get there?
Marlene told me of there's a water ceremony that she said that we just have to go. I think it's Tuesday evening. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it is. She said, and I said, okay, I'm there. There's also, I think, Thursday night, Matthew Fox that's doing a meditation. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but she said that was also extraordinary. I want to go. I always have a good time, and let me put it this way: I have an extraordinary time when I go to something where new thought is represented, because you and I, we could sit here for the next 10 hours and talk new thought.
Yep.
Right? And that's what we do. Yes. We talk new thought. We talk about how it works in our lives, how it shows up in our lives, how it's expanding, how we're expanding with it, expanding the world. They asked in ministerial classes. Excuse me. They said, what is your ministry? What do you want to do with your ministry? And I said, I want to bring new thought to the world. I want to let as much of the world know about new thought, because it works. It's quantifiable. You can sit there and look at your life and look at your thinking, and it's like, oh, that's why that's screwed up. Or that was beautiful. That was so wonderful. And that was my thinking to get me there.
Yeah.
So I've been really, I'll share this with you. I've been really challenged lately because I've said yes to a few things that I have no clue on what I'm doing. And what I know is when I say yes to something, a real yes, then the divine shows up and goes, here you go, here you go, here you go, here you go. We've got a fundraiser coming up for the Center for Conscious Living. And I've never done a fundraiser before. I have no clue about how to do a fundraiser. Hey, Brock. And so at first I was going, oh my God. And people are going, oh, well, did you think about this? And did you think about this? And I'm going, no. So I finally got smart and went to a dear friend of mine who's done 100 fundraisers. And she said, you got this. And here's the things you got to think about. Boom, 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 boom. What about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? And then I went and did those things and researched those things. And it's like, oh, I can do this. And then I recruited 2 other people and they said, yes, absolutely.
Delegate.
Yep. So I've been walking the talk, walking the walk. Yeah, well, okay. Because I've had to.
Yeah.
It's like I'm let me put it this way. I'm so up against it that it's like, okay, I gotta pray. I gotta sit, I gotta do treatment, I gotta meditate. And that's what I've been doing. And it's been great. It's been expanding. It's been challenging. It's been scary at times because when I'm scared, I'm not obviously centered in the divine. And that's the recognition. You recognize, okay.
It's fascinating to me that even as ministers,
yes,
we forget how powerful prayer is.
Yes.
And it becomes our last resort.
Yeah.
We everything we can humanly do, and then we say, oh, wait, maybe I should pray.
Yep.
Pray. And I'm going, and I ask myself this question 50 times a week. Why don't you pray first?
And then,
you worry first, you're guaranteed you're going to eventually have to pray to get rid of it. And if you pray first, the worry never happens.
Yeah.
But it's that humanity part of us that just wants to be in charge, driving the bus, And so I want to have a pillow needle pointed to go on my sofa that says God is driving the bus.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Because if we could just remember that, and the other thing is, there was the first CSL minister I ever had, the founding minister of the church I came from when I went to ministerial school, was Reverend Chris Michaels. He retired the second time last year, and I think it took this time.
Yeah.
But he told me a couple of things that just blew me away, and I quote him every week. To somebody, I say this. The first one was he always said his dream was to speak to the United Nations.
Oh, wow.
And that his speech to the United Nations would consist of 3 words. War is obsolete. That's all. And then he would just turn and leave.
Yeah. Walk away.
But the other thing he said, which I beat myself and everybody else up with because it's so wonderful, and it's like, why did we not pray first? He said, we would be happier people. This would be a happier, more peaceful world if we could keep one truth in the front of our minds. One. And here's the truth. Every being, not just every person, every being is in every moment doing the very best they can do with the wisdom they possess in that moment. Now, it may not be good enough for you, and it may not be good enough for me, but it is good enough because it's the best they can do, and it is therefore, by definition, good enough.
Exactly. And
what I noticed, and it's probably worse with ministers than it is with anybody else, physicians, is that it's a whole lot easier for me to apply that tenet to you,
yes,
and him,
yes,
and them, than
yes,
it is for me to apply that tenet to me.
Yep, absolutely. And with that, people, I'll do prayer for somebody and they'll go, oh, that's such a beautiful prayer. Thank you. And for me, I get out of the way and let the divine flow through, because I'm not in the situation that they're in. I'm praying for them. It's like, man, this is easy. I can get out of the way and let the divine flow through. That's no problem, because I'm not in the middle of the circumstances.
Oh yeah, but put yourself in the pot, and all of a sudden it's a lot hotter.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. But I love what you just said, because so many times we don't cut ourselves slack. And we expect ourselves to be somewhere, like you just said, where we're not. In this moment, this is the best I could do with what I was given. Maybe different in the a year from now, 5 minutes from now, whatever. But in this moment, that was the best I could do. And it's also important, and I do this often, is apply that to other people, to my parents. They did the best they could with what they had, and anybody else in my life. When I'm upset at somebody, look, they did the best they could in that moment. And we have to honor that.
Healing thing for me to do.
Yeah.
The situation when I'm feeling injured in some way.
Exactly.
The healing thing I can do is to Chris Michaels him. Just paint him with that brush and then go, oh yeah, I forgot that. Because it's true. It's one of the things that makes you slap your forehead because it's so true.
Yes.
But there's some, who is it? Stow Good, I think, is the group that has a song about dropping the butt.
Oh yeah.
If we took that out of our vocabulary, it would be challenging, I suspect.
Yes.
It would also probably raise it up a notch or two.
Yeah, but what a difference, huh?
Yeah.
If we let go of that butt, what a difference. Because we use it a lot.
We do. And a lot of ways too.
Oh, absolutely. And it's a crutch. It's a crutch. It's this is what I really mean, and this is what I believe. Yeah. But these are all the justifications for why and all that. I
have a friend who has not said the word but in 10 years.
Nice.
She, instead of but, she uses more letters. She says yes and.
Yes.
And yes, this really inhales with tremendous vigor. And Look at this. My husband gave me that, and I just.
I love that. I love that.
Sometimes I have to explain it, but obviously you got
Oh
it.
no, I got it. I got it.
And if we look hard enough, if we may have to squint and grit our teeth, but if we look hard enough at any situation, there is a lesson in every lesson, and there is a lesson in every situation.
Every single one. Every single one. My wife passed away almost 7 years ago, and now I'm able to see the blessings and the gifts in it. And there are. I don't care what situation it is. I don't care what situation it is. There is a blessing and a gift in it if we're looking for it.
If we're looking for it, and if we are willing to accept it.
Yes.
You know, I don't think anybody's ever. I think everyone has at some time or another been in a situation where somebody wanted to give you a gift that you really did not.
Yes. Yeah.
And the universe is no different. You know, the universe says, "Here, how would you like a little extra courage?" And you say, "No, I think I'd just as soon stay right here in my pity pot and be afraid."
Right.
Sometimes it takes. You really have to, move your glasses around a little bit, squint, because it's always in there.
It is. I absolutely agree. Yeah.
And I'm so looking forward to discovering all of the blessings that are in the differences we're going to see in Chicago.
Yes.
Because we have the second largest contingent attending. But that means there are slightly more than twice as many of us going to be there. And they are not New Thought people.
Yeah.
So we are going to be practicing what we preach, whether it's fun or not.
Yes.
Whether we like it or not.
Yep.
And I think if we go in with the attitude of just Chris Michael and the whole place.
Yeah.
It will be fun.
Oh, absolutely.
We'll come home bigger than we went. And I don't think the clothes will be bigger either.
Yeah. Well, that may happen also. But.
I understand the food's really good there.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, exactly. That's one of the things I'm looking most forward to is what just came to me is filling my cup. Having an opportunity to not have all of what's going on in my life right now and going there and just really being reminded of my divinity, everyone else's divinity, and really seeing the world, seeing everybody from that space of the divine. I'm really looking forward to that.
I think what we're doing is I don't know about you, but I suspect that at least 9 out of 10 of the people who are attending the Parliament for World Religion are going to be taking a week off from all of the responsibilities and the aggravations and the lessons and the blessings that are in their day-to-day life to have a week of God time.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, that's what it looks like to me. It's a week of, let's go play with God in a lot of different places,
Yeah.
And I suspect that even the people who are not New Thought people have at least some degree of that in their anticipation of the Parliament.
I would think so too.
Different now.
Yeah. I think I lovingly I look forward to these more than most things in my life. My brother-in-law is a Buddhist. And we get together with another friend of ours who I think she's Sikh. And we spend time chanting and walking around. There's a place in Pennsylvania called Chanticleer. We walk around there and we talk. And each one of us will say something and the other one will go, yeah. And we share about our lives and our beliefs. And we are so incredibly in sync, and yet we have different beliefs, but we have this the core of our beliefs are the same.
The golden truth is, or as I once joined a video club back in the days when there were video clubs, so that I could get a movie called Enemy Mine, It
Oh,
starred Dennis Quaid and Louis Gossett Jr. And it was a sci-fi metaphysical
yes.
movie. And I
The alien.
one scene. They are Dennis Quaid is the human,
Right.
the looking Superman space guy, and Louis Gossett Jr. is an androgynous amphibian alien from a planet called Draconia or something like that, and he's called a Drac.
Right.
If they didn't win an Oscar for makeup, they should have, because he looked so real.
Yeah.
And in the course of, they both crash land on this asteroid, and the only way they can survive is to work together. And eventually, the androgynous amphibian becomes pregnant, because that's how they do things in Drac, and he gets killed. And so Dennis Quaid has to raise his little offspring. And so before that happens, they're sitting around the campfire at night, and he has this. I don't know if they did this where you were, but when I was a little girl, I'm talking first, second grade, women had a chain around their neck with a little tiny pearl-covered Bible on it.
Oh, I'm not familiar with that.
Big deal when I was a little girl to have. So Louis Gossett Jr., he's got this little book around his neck, and he sits at the campfire, and finally, Dennis Quaid can't stand it anymore because he's bored silly. So he says, "What is that?" And he says, it's our scripture. And somehow Louis Gossett Jr. has learned English.
Right.
Just by osmosis or something, or just maybe because he is a whole lot smarter than Dennis Quaid. I'm not sure. But anyhow, he says, this is our scriptures. And he says, "Well, can I read it?" And he says, and he freezes, and he gets up and he takes it off and he puts it over Dennis Quaid's neck. And Dennis Quaid says, "I can't accept this. This is precious. This is sacred." And he says, "There's no way. It has to be. It must be given to the student by the teacher, and I'm not good enough, but I'm all there is. So you have to take it." So then there's this scene, and they're standing on a cliff, and they're watching the most gorgeous sunset you ever saw in your life. I mean, ever, even in Ireland. And Dennis Quaid is standing at the front of the cliff, and Louis Gossett Jr. is behind him, and Dennis Quaid says, and Louis Gossett Jr. says, "Very good. Translate." And he says, "If a person takes your coat, your shirt, give that person your coat too." And he turns around and he says, "This is not new. I've heard all of this before." And Louis Gossett Jr. says, "Of course, truth is truth." For that scene, I bought that movie, and I wore it until it ran out.
Yeah.
I mean, until it fell to pieces.
It's a wonderful movie.
And that's
a wonderful movie. Yeah, truth is truth.
World religions is all about.
Yep.
And
because we know it.
I wouldn't be the least bit surprised to find Louis Gossett Jr. walk in there as a Drac.
Yeah, that's it. Truth is truth. We talk about it all the time, and that's so we know it's there. We know we're going to run into it. We know in all of them, all of the religions, we know that there's truth, that we believe in it, because truth is truth. And
because truth is what makes people look for spiritual growth. Truth is what makes people look for a reason, a beginning, about foundation. And that's where spirit comes in,
Yep. That's it.
The thing that makes New Thought different from all of the other traditions is that New Thought says there's only one life. It's everywhere. It's here. It's here. It's here. It's everywhere. Yeah. And that's kind of a challenging concept for some people, but I think it's becoming easier for them to accept, for folks who are not New Thought to accept, simply because they see how thoroughly we live it.
Yes.
Yes. It just, that's just part of why New Thought is to help other people see that we really are more alike than we're different.
Yep.
There really is a golden thread of truth that runs through all traditions, and that our job is to weave those threads together into a fabric that can support any seeker.
Yep. Absolutely. Very well said. Very well said. Yeah.
Well, I still love Ernest Holmes.
Good person to steal from.
So,
Yeah, I steal from earning a lot.
what are you looking for anything in particular that you might want to
uh,
explore or bring back with you from the Parliament?
not. I think I'm looking for just being the expression of the divine, just being what we talk about. I want to share. I want other people to share their philosophies, their beliefs and stuff. Just to hear, just to honor other religions and where they're at and what they're, going through, and what moves them successfully through their lives.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd
I'd love to keep T-shirts made that had the Parliament logo on them and said "Yes and."
Yeah. There you go.
I'll just
That's a good one. Yes and.
Because that's my goal is to be as yes and as open and to see. I have brand new glasses and I want to really see what's in front of me when I get there.
Yes. Yeah. And not have a judgment about it, not have a regard about it, or just be open and loving.
To just be in the field of infinite possibility. That's what the Parliament of World Religions is. It's the perfect metaphor for the field of infinite possibility.
Yep. And we get to go there.
Yeah.
I am so excited. Let
me ask you I have my 4 questions that everybody gets.
Okay.
Let me ask you questions. And the first one is, I'm going to change this one a little bit. I usually say 10 years from now, but I'm just going to say a month from now. Everything goes exactly the way you expect it to go 6 weeks from now. When you get off the plane to come home, what will it look like? What will Reverend Paul Hoyt's ministry look like then that's different from what it looks like now?
More open, more loving, more questioning, more expanded. That's what I want. It is the expansion. That's it.
Okay, and so the next one is about world peace, and I'm going to modify it the same way. When you come back, what do you think you will have done that will have enhanced, encouraged, invited, revealed world peace more than what you're doing right now?
The idea of that we're all one, spreading and knowing and reminding everybody that we are all one, that we're in this together, that this is, we're in this ship together. It's not a separate, it's not a me against you. It's not a, it's, we're all one.
We are.
And if we can have world peace if we start from there and go, yes, we are all one. We're in this together. I help you, you help me. I support you, you support me. I love you, you love me. Let's do this together.
Yep. All righty, and then this is my favorite one, just because the concept tickles me so much.
Okay.
When you get off the plane to come home from the Parliament, how will you have advanced, encouraged, developed, expanded conscious evolution?
I think I will. The place that I'll expand it the most is at the Center for Conscious Living. Is that what I bring from there, I want to bring to the congregation and expand the congregation. Our mission statement is the transformation of the universe through the transformation of individuals, and that's the place I can make the largest impact. Is it the Center for Conscious Living? So I've already, Reverend Catherine already scheduled me for to do the talk on the 24th. So she said, "You're going to the Parliament. This is perfect for you. Talk about the Parliament, what you got, and yeah." So that's it.
Okay, and here's the last question. Will you come back?
Okay. Yes.
Good.
Yes.
I got my calendar right here. The first opening is May 21st of next year. Can I plug you in?
Yes.
All righty. Yay! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And for those of you who are going to be here again next week, we have a new guest, someone who hasn't been here before, Reverend Patricia Wagner from Grace Unlimited. Isn't that a wonderful name? Grace Unlimited. So come and see what's new and exciting about Grace next week. In the meantime, have a great week. Bye-bye.
Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things.
On behalf of everyone at New Thought Media Network, thank you for being a member of our virtual family. Your financial contributions help share the New Thought message with people from around the world. Please visit and contribute at www.ntmedia.org/donate. New Thought Media Network, come be you. And please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace and blessings.